If you like these videos, please check out my full course at www.lsat.totaltestprep.net with tons of clearly explained actual LSAT questions written by someone who's mastered test and helped others master it, and an evaluation period where you only pay if you want to continue.
All right, in this video, we're going to cover the evaluate question. So what is the evaluate question? Okay, so as usual, what do these questions ask for? So what does it mean to evaluate an argument? How do these questions appear in the test? And how do we approach these questions? Okay, so in terms of basic information, the evaluate questions ask you for the answer choice, which determines the strength and weakness of an argument. So in law, you'll need to be able to analyze arguments and determine their strength and weakness. Evaluate questions are essentially a combination of the strengthened and weakened questions in that regard. So you're essentially being asked to figure out what is going to allow you, what information will allow you to determine the strength and weakness of a particular argument. So the question is always going to be an argument, because in order to evaluate an argument, there has to be an argument, and the question will generally deal with one speaker, though there might be multiple speakers, and if there are multiple speakers, the question will tell you where to focus. And the answer choices will be additional information which can be taken to be true. Well, these are going to be questions, but once again, it's not a question of is it true, but it's a question of is it relevant. Now, in terms of the basic approach, you need to have a clear understanding of the argument, and you need to identify the choice that is relevant in determining its strength and weakness. So, as with the strengthen and weaken questions, you need to identify the premises and conclusion and consider the relationships. So consider, once again, is it causality, is it explanation, is it characterization, etc. Then you're going to go through the answer choices, looking for the one which asks a relevant question for determining the strength and weakness of the argument. So to do that, you will have to give two opposite answers to the question in the answer choice. If one answer strengthens and one weakens, then that's the correct choice. So the question which generates two opposing answers, which generates two opposite answers which have opposing consequences for the argument, where one strengthens, one weakens, that's the correct answer. Incorrect choices are going to provide answers which are irrelevant. So they'll pose a question, you'll give two opposite answers, but the answers won't actually do anything for the argument.